Hey, it's Jeff 650 Cycle. It has been a hot minute since I've worked on this bike. It is August 17th. I think it was the first couple weeks in April the last time I touched this. I just got busy and this was kind of put on the back burner. I've been doing a lot of stuff in the pole barn, working on stuff, but just not this. So today, this week, my buddy Adam sent me back the tank after he painted it, and it looks phenomenal. And it's not on here right now because I'm working on it and I don't want to scratch that at all. So until it absolutely has to be on there, it's staying over in the corner underneath a blanket or a towel or whatever I got on it. Nice and safe from screwdrivers and wrenches and things like that. So essentially what I'm working on today is hooking up the wiring on this. It was something that I just got to that point and it was like, I don't feel like doing this today. And then today turned into a couple weeks, and then a couple weeks turned into a couple months. So I'm back at it today, and even though I don't feel the best physically, I don't know what's going on, but I haven't been feeling real well this week. I was really hoping to knock a bunch of stuff out on this week, but in spite of that, I got out here today, and I'm making progress, so I wanted to show you that. So this is my battery box, and this is my first build, and it's pretty jam-packed in here, and I'm gonna say I'm not completely 100% crazy about it, but I think everything's gonna work. We're gonna work with it and we're gonna make it happen, so we're just gonna go with that. I have my ground wire run down to the motor on there. I'm gonna check that real quick. Alright, I have my ground wire hooked up and I'm touching the motor and I'm getting, it's zeroing out on ohms, which means I have a good ground on the motor. So now I gotta hook up the rest of this stuff on this battery. I'm trying to see if I can get this system, the ignition, to turn everything on like I want, because I gotta try to find my blinks, my lights, and all of that, and start hooking stuff up. So that's where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna hook this up and see if I can let the factory smoke out of anything, and we'll go from there. I don't know if it's right, but I always hook the positive up first on anything. Hey, all right, making progress. All right, so our positive is hooked up, our negative is hooked up. Woo! Gotta love that. I like the sounds of that. I really do. My little baby. This motor's got 5,000 miles on it, right around there. It was one I bought as a disassembled parts bike and kept the motor around. And then when I started all this nonsense with these bikes, it was like, I'm going to use this motor because I've tested the compression on it and it was good. I wanted to use it. Hey, we got a light there. Well, it's just on. Ah, that's not hooked up to anything. Okay, let's turn this off. Let's find where all of this has to hook up. This is my left-hand control, which is all my lights, and there's nothing hooked up to it. It's not hooked up to anything up front. So let me get it hooked up to stuff, maybe. I got nothing coming off of this left-hand control. It's got to hook into the system somewhere. Let's focus back here a little bit. Let's see if we can maybe find blinks back here. Definitely got power there. Got a really bright power there. There's power there. Not sure what those two are. I thought they were blinks. Got power on that one. Got power on that one. This was tail. That's a brake light right there. This one's not working correctly. Pulling that down. There. I just got to readjust that. Okay, so that one's my brake. What one is that? Yellow on the plug. This is tail, tail. Brake. It does not look as bright as this one. Those would be ground. These are really super bright, in my opinion. Let me get my brake light up here. Well, I don't have a plug for it. Okay, I have to figure out the blinker system. Color match at all. Oh boy. I might have to look up a wiring diagram for this because I don't have a color match. These don't color match anything that are hooked up here. I really want to hear it run. Am I going to be stupid? I got oil in it. Oh, I don't have a spark plug hooked up over here. It's chugging. I should see if I got spark, I guess. Oh, it takes the big kind. That particular one takes the big kind. Should get a spark off it though. I don't have any spark. These are hooked up. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Alright. Coming true. I already know what's going to happen. I don't have any fuel line hooked up to it yet. But I do have this. I do have this working. So we fired on starting fluid. Earlier when I couldn't get it to fire, I started looking into it and I didn't have my ECU hooked up, so nothing was happening. I'll get back to it later today. I gotta mount this ECU ICU or whatever you call them. The ignition control module. ICM? I don't know. Apparently it's what controls the spark, because now I have spark. Got that. I gotta get that mounted on there. I think there's a couple other little things in here. And eventually get back to messing with this wiring harness and trying to figure out where all the wires go to make brakes and all that. I just love hearing this. Listen. Oh, there we go. It sounds pretty good. I've never heard this motor run. Decided to put it in here untested. I think I would have been okay with. I think I had 4 of them throughout this project. I think I ended up with a total of 4. I had this one in the shop already, and then 3 other bikes, including the one that was in this frame. But I'm happy with this one. I'm sure it's going to be a nice runner, and it will move along just fine and do what I'm going to ask it to do. This is going to be a fun little bike. I really have got to get working on it a little bit more than what I have been. So I think we're good for today. That's my wrap up for today. I'm just gonna continue working on the wiring. Obviously, I got to get the brakes done and the turn signals and all that stuff hooked up. The throttle isn't hooked up. All that stuff. So a lot of little things, but we're getting there. Making progress. Oh, so this thing, this thing really came to life today. The tank itself inspired me to get back working on it. I finally have the time to do that. I have enough projects gone that were kind of keeping me from working on it. But that right there, getting it to fire, for me is huge because, like I said, I've never heard this motor run. So definitely going to be pushing forward on this one. I would like to get it running before the season's over. It is mid-August. I've technically got about 6 weeks before it starts getting really cold out. So I would like to get this at least running. I'm going to have to tune the carburetors because I put pods on them. I'll probably have to get different pods because of what I've read about. I have MGO pods. I've heard that those aren't the best. So I don't know. There's a lot of little things. I got to get grips. I got to hook up all the lights. I got to get the throttle hooked up. A lot of stuff has to get done on this, and I'm just going to keep working on it. I'm kind of out of time for today, but I will get back at this. This is not going to be a back burner project any longer. So thanks for watching. Give me a thumbs up and subscribe to see more content when it comes out. And follow me on Facebook and Instagram at 650cycle. That's spelled out 65 and then 0 cycle, like 650. I post content on there, different content, so it's not just the same post for all of it. So until next time, ride safe.